me assure you that we are going to assist those persons who have been displaced by the fire. We're going to try and do it as quickly as possible. But it is not something that can happen overnight. Before we can assist in any meaningful way other than the humanitarian assistance, which is already in train, the building assistance, we have to determine the ownership of the land. That's number one. And then we have to do some social investigation into the circumstances of the persons to determine the extent to which we can help. All of that we are going to put into train to ensure that we can help the persons dislocated to come back to some form of normalcy.
If them not have no title for them yard, then still
very good question. That we cannot build on property that we don't know who own it. We can't just go onto people's property and build. So we have to establish ownership. Once ownership is established, then we can determine what we can do, whether it is to replace a building or to give a grant. Now, for those persons who are living on property that they don't own or don't have the title to, then we still will help, but we will help you maybe with building material or some other form of assistance. But we cannot build on land that is not our land, or we don't have the right to build on it. That's just the reality of the situation. So I understand from the Member of Parliament that the land situation is being assessed, that they do have titles and permission. And so for those that they don't have the title, or they know who the owners are, then we will seek to get permission from the owners to build. But the first thing is to establish who owns the land so that the government itself is not violating people's property rights by going on to people's land and doing whatever we choose. That's not how we operate. All right, so anyway, thank you very much. Thank you for the welcome, and we'll do as much as we can very quickly. All right?